So ever since I finished high school, my only goal was to look like Brad Pitt from the Fight Club. Honestly, I never had a goal to look like a bodybuilder, to grow insane amounts of muscle. It all sounded unnecessary to me. I just wanted this lean, aesthetic physique. And after experimenting with countless of different diets, training plans, I think I finally cracked the code. And this is my recent picture after the pump, of course. And if you're like me and you would also like to achieve this physique, first things first, you gotta stop doing this and definitely this. Look, you only need a couple foundational exercises and you will be able to achieve this physique. So I'm going to share everything I did. Exercises, diet, and all of my daily lifestyle changes that allow me to go from skinny fat to looking like this. Let's start with pull-ups. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be crazy muscular guy who can't do a single pull-up. And that's kind of like what happened to me just a year ago. So I've been training in the gym for like 5 to 6 years up to that point. And I decided, okay, it's time for me to go out there and start doing pull-ups. And I couldn't do a single fucking pull-up after 5 to 6 years of training. I know people that train in the gym for years. They're looking good. They're very muscular, but they can't run 5K. You know, if you're from US, that's like 4 miles, 3 miles or something. What's the fucking point of looking like a Greek god while you're just not functional? All of this training just to get mugged by a construction worker in the blue jeans. I hope this is not what you want. Okay? So start doing pull-ups today. That's a foundational exercise every one of you should be doing if you want to build aesthetic looking body. It's great for biceps, it's great for back. Start with your body weight. Once you hit 15 pull-ups, once you can do about 15 pull-ups, add some weight and just keep doing pull-ups. High protein diet. All right, so this one is probably the most obvious one. And I'm gonna give you some tips, guys, on how you can increase and just hit your protein. So first of all, let's get bro science out of the way. And this is not really bro science. You really need is 1 gram of protein per body weight. So if you weigh 170 pounds, you need 170 grams of protein. If you're from Europe, just like me, you're counting kilograms, okay? So you would need 2 grams of protein per body weight if you count in kilograms. Personally, I weigh around 85 kg, which equals to 170 pounds. And I need 170 grams of protein every day. I eat around 200 grams of protein because I love eating protein. And I'm gonna give you my diet just in a minute. Amazing thing happens when you eat loads of protein rich food. So first of all, your cravings for stupid carbs, stupid sugary stuff just goes away. So here's what I eat every single day to hit my protein target and to like be satisfied and be happy with my diet, because I've tried all kinds of different diets. They never work. You can stick to something for a week, for 2, for a month, and then what happens next? Suddenly you are just in your bed, covered by Oreos, chocolate bars, covered by ice cream cups, and you're like, oh damn, I just ate 4,000 calories because you were suppressing this urge, this craving for such a long time. You've been eating this stupid food that is not tasty. I'm gonna give you a diet plan that I follow. It's super tasty. I love it. And I look forward to eating this food every single day. That's what you want. And just keep this in mind. To build this aesthetic physique, you don't need to starve like an idiot. First things first, I do some cheat codes, some diet cheat codes, okay? That allows me to kind of like eat less food. Because at the end of the day, if you want to keep this physique, let's be honest, you can't really go out above your calories. So first, you gotta know how much calories you need per day to maintain your weight. And then you need to cut them a little bit, like by 200 or something, okay? For me, for example, just to maintain the weight I have with my lifestyle, with the activity, with the amount of training I do, it's around 3,000 calories per day I would need to eat just to not gain weight, not lose weight. I really need to eat around 2,800 calories every day, and I'm gonna slowly losing weight and maintaining this physique. So what I do every single day is, first of all, for the first 5 hours of the day, I don't eat. I find it to be a very mentally good thing for me to do, because I run an online business, and that helps me not only to have more calories down the road, but also look forward to my food and also have mental clarity, because when you eat, you start digesting food. And digestion takes away your energy and clarity. So if you just woke up, stuffed your face with cornflakes and milk, sorry to tell it to you, but if you're above age 18 and you're doing this stupid shit, you should go back to, the basics. You should go back to the drawing board and think to yourself, what happened? So what happens when you do this is that at first you feel great, especially when you're eating the shit. And then you're after an hour, I'm hungry again. But the problem is that you just ate 500 calories of nothing. So what I do is I don't eat anything. I keep my digestion system just empty. I just work on coffee. I just drink coffee. You're allowed to drink coffee, and I just work. And I finish my work. The first meal is always 4 eggs, half of avocado, 2 rice cakes or 3 rice cakes, depending on my mood for that day. Okay, so that's around 700 calories right there. Okay, so we have 2,100 calories left. All right. After this meal, I either go to the gym. If it's not a gym day, I go for a walk or a run. I started running again. I think it's dope. Running is dope, to be honest. And I want to be functional again, going back to functionality. I want to be able to run as well. After that run, after that gym session, there's the second meal that I eat. And that's usually the most heavy one. And it's either going to be beef with sweet potatoes and carrots, or chicken with sweet potatoes and carrots, or chicken with rice and carrots. Carrots also have beta carotene, as well as sweet potatoes, which helps you to look more tan naturally. That's the second meal. That puts us to about, let's say, total 1,800, 1,900 calories. We still have, for me, I still have a lot of calories left. And this is where the evening comes into play, right? And this is where the dinner time comes in. So for my dinner, I would either have protein ice cream that I make at home from Greek yogurt and collagen protein. That's a cheat code, by the way. This 1 cup of ice cream, 500 ml ice cream, 500 grams of ice cream, it's 80 grams of protein or something. Then I eat banana, I eat 4 kiwis, and I eat a bunch of blueberries. And then also I still have some calories left to get some oatmeal mixed with casein protein, for example. Or if I maxed out my calories, that's it. But if I still have some calories left, because let's say I ate just chicken and sweet potato for the main meal, chicken naturally has less calories than beef. So I slide in a dark chocolate or something like that. And just look how much food I ate throughout the day. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You don't need to starve yourself to death if you're smart about what you eat. Greek yogurt, carrots, chicken, sweet potatoes, beef, eggs, bunch of eggs, avocados, carrots, rice cakes. If you're eating these cornflakes, if you're eating this sugary shit, it's not only filled with calories, there are empty calories. They have nothing, and they're gonna make you hungry few hours down the line. 10,000 steps per day. I usually follow this rule of hitting 10K steps per day. Sometimes I'm super lazy to do it. My back hurts sometimes, probably because of all these stupid exercises I've done throughout the years. That was not necessary, to be honest. I still try to hit them every day. I nearly crack them every single day. Doesn't really matter if I had a gym that day or not. I still try to crack 10K steps. If you have a privilege of living in a country that is warm, that has good weather, don't take it for granted and hit your 10K steps every single day. It's a good cheat code for staying lean. Going hard on incline chest. All right. The only exercise you need for a nice chest, just incline chest, do progressive overload, right? Just with incline chest, constantly keep adding more weight, track how much you're doing. Incline chest is a phenomenal way to grow this part of your chest, which makes that chest pop out much more. Shoulders, Honestly, overhead shoulder press is all you need. Again, progressive overload, 1 time per week, you're good. Start doing dips. Again, if you can hit 15 to 20 dips easily, start adding weight. The same rule applies, just like for pull-ups. Let me walk you through my entire weekly training plan that I follow right now and that I created after years of trial and error. This is what I'm doing now, and you can take this exercise plan and use it for yourself in a different form, okay? But this is what I'm doing now. So I am, I got my physique. I don't really want to look, I don't want to add more muscle. I don't need that shit. I just want to maintain it and get stronger, and I want to increase my cardio. I want to be able to run and lift and not be in the corner just, after a couple of lifts. So I just want to increase my cardio to be machine, to be very functional athlete. So what I do on Mondays is I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna hit 100 pull-ups, and I'm gonna track the time on how fast I can do 100 pull-ups. And it's kind of like fun thing for me to do, to constantly see how I'm progressing with 100 pull-ups with no weight, with nothing, just 100 pull-ups. You can do 5, you can rest, you can do 2 and you can rest, but the volume, the main goal is to hit 100, okay? 100 pull-ups. After that, I'm gonna do a weighted squats, right? I'm gonna do weighted squats on the same day, and I'm gonna include rows, cardio rows, these things you're just rowing. That's it. Monday, done. Wednesday comes around, and what I'm going to do on Wednesday, I'm going to do the same thing I did with pull-ups. I'm going to do 100 dips and track my time. Then I'm going to hang on a bar and do abs and 100 abs. You hang and you pull your legs up, this warrior style, 100. Also track the time. And then I'm gonna do cardio on a treadmill this time. Friday comes around, and Friday is a day when I'm gonna do PRs and I'm gonna do sprints till I'm throwing up. So I'm gonna hit incline chest with the maximum amount of weight I can do. And I'm also gonna do overhead shoulder press with also maximum amount of weight I can do. As long as it's over 5 sets, that's good. And then the icing on the cake, which is stupid sprints on this air bike that makes me throw up. And that's my entire weekly training plan. Combine that with 2 to 3 running sessions outside every day when I'm not in the gym, and you're golden. Thank you for watching.